What does it take to revolutionize an industry? Would you bet on novel technology, sheer determination, or perhaps a knack for seeing potential where others see only the status quo? In the case of Raveendran, it was a combination of all three. Picture a young Raveendran, fresh from his 5-year stint with the India Press Agency, joining The Patriot, edited by legendary editor Narayanan. Within half a year, he was promoted to the role of chief sub-editor, leapfrogging 23 of his seniors. He became the youngest chief sub-editor in India, but this was only the beginning of his groundbreaking journey. In an era when photo composing was an emerging technology, Raveendran championed the first newspaper conversion to this new method. He managed to typeset an entire newspaper page using his own commands, a feat that was unheard of at the time. Fast forward to the early 90s, when business tycoon Ambani decided to establish a newspaper, Raveendran was his first hire. The result was The Observer, a milestone in the history of Indian newspaper industry. Raveendran set up a digital newspaper at a time when the internet was not yet mainstream and journalists were reliant on typewriters and teleprinters. After his successful spell with The Observer, Raveendran joined the Khalij Times in Dubai, then the leading newspaper of the Middle East. He transformed the business coverage into a full-fledged business section of 12 pages. Raveendran pushed the boundaries of local reporting in the Gulf, where foreign journalists often tiptoed around local issues due to perceived restrictions on press freedom. He introduced local columns in the Khalij Times for the first time, bringing a breath of fresh air to local reporting. When he left Khalij Times, his own column titled On Agenda was continued in Gulf News and had clocked up high popularity. Post-Khalij Times, Raveendran, along with a professional partner, established Sterling Publications in Dubai, which boasted 7 successful magazine titles. Despite the setbacks of the 2008 financial crisis, Raveendran persevered, launching the Arabian Post, the first independent news portal of the Middle East. His most recent venture, One Arabia.com, is the first news portal produced entirely with the help of artificial intelligence. Reflecting on these changes, it's clear that Raveendran's contributions have left a significant impact on the industry. His willingness to challenge the status quo, embrace new technologies, and put the reader at the heart of the story has not only revolutionized journalism but also set a precedent for future innovations. It is no coincidence that he has been associated with some of the leading newspapers of the world, such as the International Herald Tribune and the Guardian of UK. His varied media experience also included roles such as news broadcaster on radio and producer of TV shows. His journey serves as a reminder that to revolutionize an industry, it takes vision, courage, and a relentless drive to push boundaries. He believes that his biggest contribution to the publishing business is perhaps yet to come.
Imagine a world where Google, the tech giant, rakes in close to $300 billion annually, all generated through advertising revenue. Now consider this. Google does not create the content it profits from, nor does it own the audience it caters to. It merely acts as a middleman, selling and profiting from assets it does not own. The creators of the content, the publishers, are left with mere breadcrumbs. It's akin to a gatekeeper at a stadium reaping all the profits, while the players and organizers who truly put in the work see barely a fraction of the earnings. But envision a future where this dynamic shifts. A future where publishers have more control over their content, their audience, and most importantly, their revenue. This is not just a dream, but a plausible reality in the evolving digital age, particularly in the era of the metaverse. Publishing is undergoing a massive transformation. The industry has to rediscover itself, adapt to the changing tides, and seize the opportunities that lie ahead. Fortunately, publishing is brimming with potential for evolution and growth. Imagine a scenario where publishers monetize their assets and share part of the earnings with their subscribers. Instead of charging their audience for accessing content, they pay them to read. This is a revolutionary approach that flips the traditional model on its head. Publishers have a goldmine at their disposal, their subscriber base. Retailers are always on the lookout for potential customers, and a publisher's subscriber base is just that. By offering the subscriber base to retailers, publishers can strike lucrative deals, thus entering e-commerce as an immensely profitable vertical. They can negotiate great bargains, share part of the proceeds with their readers, and retain the majority for themselves. This move not only opens a new world for publishing, but also creates a win-win situation for all parties involved. To summarize, the publishing industry is at a crossroads. The traditional model is no longer sustainable, and a change is not just necessary, it's inevitable. Publishers have the assets, the audience, and the legitimate claim over the profits. It's high time they took control of their destiny, adapted to the new normal, and reaped the benefits they rightfully deserve. The future of publishing is bright, and it's time to step into the light.